Holy moly. It looks, I don't know, twice, thrice better. Guys, so Google Gemini 3 Pro just released this week along with Nano Banana Pro. And I want to test it out in multiple scenarios because I'm seriously considering switching over from Claude over to Google. Because Google is just crushing it right now. You can create images, video, code with it, build apps, and so much more. Compared to Claude, which is, it's already super good. But I mean, just the fact that you can't create images there is kind of a bummer sometimes. When you go to Google AI Studio and try Nano Banana Pro, is now asking you to link a paid API key to access Nano Banana Pro. And before, I think you didn't need that. But when you first click this button, you need to go to projects and create a project first. Click this button and you can name it whatever you want. And under the quota tier, it's going to say that you're under the free plan. And you got to click the setup building button right there, which will redirect you to Google Console Cloud or Google Cloud Console, wherein you do need a credit card. So you need to set up billing and connect your credit card so that every time that you use Google AI Studio, you're only going to get charged based on the amount of usage that you are using. So that's a key difference between, ChatGPT Pro, Claude Pro, and Google AI Studio. So those two, Claude and ChatGPT, you're only going to pay a flat fee of $20 per month. But sometimes what happens if, you barely use it? So that's when, something like this is very useful. You're only going to get charged based on your usage, not a flat $20 fee. But if you do use it a lot, you can go over and overspend on, more than $20. So once you created your first project, it's going to say that you have 0 keys. You're going to click on that one and then create API key. Again, you can name it whatever you want, and you're just going to select your project that you just created. And after that, I've got my API key here. We can now go back here and link that API key. So we're going to select that one. We can create images. They've already got like a couple of templates here to test it out. Create an illustrated explainer detailing the physics of fluid dynamics that are caught in this image and what happens next. Format is 16 by 9. So we're going to try and run this. And I want to see how fast it's able to generate images. All right, so it was able to generate the image. I just want to see if, it has correct spellings. So it did just copy the text at the top and then down the bottom. All right, so I think it's really cool. Now, oh, there we go. It generated 32 seconds. And now I want to test it out on, thumbnail creation. So I've got this thumbnail for one of my videos and I want to improve it, see what it can do. I just pasted the thumbnail, the title, and the description. And then I just told it, I want you to generate a better thumbnail that is according to best practices and geared towards virality. Look at this. Oh, wow. Holy moly. It looks, I don't know, twice, thrice better. The text is more like popping. My face is still the same, not like ChatGPT. It even added the background with blur, with shiny stuff, and then the logos. It got the logos quite the same, except for retail and 11 Labs. But I mean, Twilio and NNN, spot on. I don't think that those are the logos, but I mean, you can. I think you can see a future wherein you can go to YouTubers and tell them, let me improve your thumbnails for free. And you can just go to Gemini and then improve it from there. And they won't like suspect anything. They would think that you went to Photoshop or to Canva and then edited it yourself. Oh man, like what I'm thinking is I can go to my YouTube channel and then put all the thumbnails here and then just I think see if there will be an improvement in views. So yeah, I mean I like this so far. Now what I want to do is give the same details but without a thumbnail. I wanted to create the thumbnail from scratch, but I do need to give it my face. All right, so this is what I'm telling you. I gave it the same YouTube video details, title, description, and then like this is my face. Generate me a thumbnail using best practices and gearing towards virality in 16 by 9 format, just to make sure that it is horizontal. Now I'm very excited what it's going to generate. Boom. Wow. Holy moly. It's not the best looking thumbnail. I gotta admit, like, I mean, it's too blue. And then if it's, in terms of modern design practices, I would like to have the background a little dark. But I think this is what Google, the owner of YouTube, thinks is the best practice for thumbnails. Maybe it's more popping, it's more eye catching because it is blue. So build your first voice agent from scratch under $25 total cost. And my face is like super clear. It added, a subtle chip design at the background. It maintained the background of the actual image. This is super freaking cool. I wouldn't be able to do this. I would probably, you know, hire a designer for this. And you know what? I know designers who are charging $50 per thumbnail, even $100, and this output is close to that. Now, I also went to build the Minecraft clone, and it did this one. So I haven't tested it out. So what I did was create these files, and if you don't know any code, just know that these are files that are necessary to create this. I think this is more geared towards desktop, right? So I'm moving my screen, and it's a little janky, not gonna lie, but I can move left, right, back. Oh, so we are not on the ground, but we can place blocks. So yeah, I mean it works. I'm gonna click on one. All right, I'm pressing one, but it's going to number two. I'm pressing two, it's going to number one. And I think we can, just prompt it. What else? What can we build? Can we try and build a landing page? Build a modern looking landing page for my AI automation agency with animation using three the JS. What else? Like, all right, using 3JS in the style of Apple. I don't know what it's gonna like generate us, but what I essentially did was tell it to reference Apple's website because Apple's website is just cool and beautiful. So I hope that we're able to create our landing page here. If it does a bit of better work than Claude, this is going to be super worth it already. Because Claude and ChatGPT apps usually have the same style, more geared towards violet and blue colors, and then dark, and then yeah. So I'm not expecting too much, but it seems that it's already creating the HTML, and then I think this is React. So you do need to know a bit of like coding. It's not just giving us the HTML and then we can host it somewhere. You do need a bit of like coding experience to use the builder. All right. Oh, holy moly! This is, I don't know, like 10 times better than what I was able to generate in Claude. Just look at the animations of the background. All right, I tried to do this in Claude, but I can't. So wow, it's simple. All right. And I would probably remove the background on the footer. But I mean, damn, expertise. And go to other book consultation. Okay, we can't. You tell me your thoughts on this. This already has the animations. When you start the website, it starts off with zero opacity and then it suddenly comes up. And then when you hover over the images, it zooms in. All right, so that's Aura. Now you can also view the other apps here. So for example, this is Voxel Talks. Voxel Toy Box, and you can view this, break it, and rebuild a cat. And then the cool thing about this is I think you can remix it, meaning you can type here and start building from this, right? What else? What apps do we have? So they have this Gemini runner, and let me. Wow, what? You can jump. Oops. Mind you, this is all like web based, meaning you can create 3D games, 3D websites using just Gemini. I don't know if like Claude or ChatGPT can do this, but it looks super good. I am just excited for what we can start to build with this technology. I haven't felt this excited since the release of ChatGPT 4 because lately ChatGPT and GPT-5 was a bit of a stale release, meaning they just released a new model, but nothing much was changed, right? But I think with Gemini 3 Pro, this is kind of groundbreaking. I'm kind of getting distracted with the game. There we go. All right, so they even have this other demo, Sky Metropolis, which is a city builder. I haven't like tried one out before. So we've got $1,000, and we can add roads. Can we add a house? This looks really cool. Shop, maybe. It's not a shop, but oh man, we're now building a city. New people are coming. Oh man, we can zoom in. There's clouds, and then our money is going up. Pretty cool. So this is what I'm talking about. Remember my idea a while ago to generate thumbnails? Well, I actually featured a tool before, which is called Pixels, wherein you can actually prompt the thumbnail directly through here. And because they've got like 1,000 or 1,000,000 thumbnails of best practices and thumbnails that have generated a lot of views, they're able to, charge a lot. So, I mean, look at this. It's $28 per month annually, and monthly is $40. But what if you can ask Gemini to create a thumbnail generator which is 90% the way there. So that's the next thing that I want to do. The last thing is generate me an app that will accept video details to be uploaded to YouTube, and based on best practices geared towards virality, we can also accept images. The app should generate the thumbnail in 16 by 9 format. Whatever we do, it should aim to capture the viewer's attention and click, like Mr. Beast's videos. Imagine if I improved the prompt even more and just like that, for 220 seconds, that's I think 4 minutes, it was able to create this. So let's select an API key, just a key for applet, just Google Cloud. Holy moly. It was able to connect it to our Google account and working title. Let me just paste it. All right, so I'm very excited to what it's going to create. But it's the same thing that we just put on Gemini a while ago. Gave us a virality score, and then it even suggested viral title hooks. I built a voice AI for $25. You can too. This AI talks exactly like a human. My AI answers calls 24/7. Shocking. This strategy leverages multiple high impact viral. I don't know if I would want that as a thumbnail, and I think it didn't use our image. So like I would probably tweak it a bit. And then the good thing though, it created an AI image prompt. Hype description. The feature is here. I built a fully human sounding voice AI agent from scratch. I don't know what to say about this. It's just freaking cool. 4 minutes to build an app like this, similar to Pixels. I didn't even tell it to rewrite the title, the description, but look at this. We can save the image and boom. It's super simple. I'm just freaking excited. I'm probably gonna move over to Gemini, but the only thing that's on my mind after testing a bunch of stuff is how much did we spend on this? I'm gonna guess that it's a lot. So I don't have any usage data to see how much we're going to pay for this one. I would probably like update it in the comments or whatever. But I mean, compared to the $20 that you get for Claude Pro, this is much more exciting, much more versatile. I can create thumbnails, I can create apps, and then I can still do the normal stuff like ask questions, generate me articles, description. I mean, Google is starting to form to be the leading AI company in this race. I don't know, that's just my opinion. I'm just going to focus now more on Gemini unless Claude and ChatGPT come up with something better. I'm probably going to switch over to Google for now. So I hope you like this video. If you want me to test out other stuff, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks, guys. Bye.